We initially started having a fly-in it wasn't consistent. We basically would go up to the Enterprise Airport and a couple airplanes would show up and we'd have breakfast and that was it. Somewhere along the way we decided to expand this out to the public, and the purpose of that was to bring an awareness to aviation in the county. Some of the responses when we started talking about it was, oh, there's airports in Wallowa County, and we actually said, yeah, there's 2 airports. So there was not a very good awareness of what was going on.
Since then, as Tim has said, we've created a foundation. We've got an organization of dedicated volunteers, or people who come out and support us. And we've put on a fantastic fly-in and a little air show here today.
We're from Wenatchee, Washington with the Miss Veedol. The airplane we have is a 1931 Blanca. It's a replica of the airplane that made the first trans-Pacific flight. Clyde Pangborn and Hugh Herndon were the pilots, and they landed in Wenatchee after a 41-hour flight.
Everybody knows about the flights across the Atlantic, but very few people get to know about the first flight across the Pacific. And so we're trying to get that message out.
People in Wenatchee about 20 years ago started this project, and it took about 10 years to build the airplane.
This airplane is very, very, very authentic as far as what the airplane looked like and sounded like back in the day when it was originally made. We enjoy taking it around to show the different community functions so that people can learn about the history of the first trans-Pacific flight.
My name's Steve Payne. I'm the flight lead for today's performance of the West Coast Ravens. The West Coast Ravens are a group of civilian pilots all flying RV-type aircraft. We're hail from 7 different states on the West Coast. We fly a standardized show and we mix and match pilots from different areas. Today's flight was a group mostly out of the Portland area, but we did have a pilot from Seattle and another from Longview, Washington. We've flown together at shows across the western U.S. Actually, we've flown at Oshkosh, we've flown down at Nellis Air Force Base, and down in Sacramento, up in Tacoma. We've done lots of shows, have a great time doing it. I was telling the pilots, and they all agree that we really prefer the smaller shows. The hospitality in these towns is wonderful, and we've had a great time here flying in Joseph, and we hope everyone enjoyed the performance.
thing that was a total surprise to me that I didn't really see coming was all the things and all the people I've got to meet because I fly a Mustang around. And meeting some of the guys that actually flew these in World War II and put their lives on the line to protect this country, and all the experiences they had, and to relive some of that through their eyes and through the common bond that we have with the Mustang has just been by far the best part of owning and operating a Mustang. And that's above, you know, what it's like to actually fly the airplane. So it was a really pleasant surprise, a really wonderful surprise to be able to get those experiences and meet those people and do those things.
Fly-In has turned into more of a fundraiser and an awareness for what's going on education-wise, and it's worked out very well in terms of getting support from the community and from quite a few people from outside of the community. There's a lot of enthusiasm.
Thank you to everybody who came, obviously to our show pilots, static display pilots, but most of all to the public that supports the whole thing. Couldn't do it without the general public.
And our
they come
directors.
from outside or from inside, yes, obviously directors and volunteers.